Hello?
Los Angeles County Animal Control Officer Monty Lopez is having a busy day as usual. He leaves the shelter with 18 calls for assistance.
But I can't complain. Like I said, these guys are leaving with 30 or 40. And I only left with 18, so kind of like I got half of what they have.
The workload means Officer Lopez has to determine what's important in his area of East LA and Alhambra.
You figure these people called them in. They took the time to call them in or to confine them in their property. So that's a priority.
Officer Lopez works fast. After all, he's been at his job for 20 years. Before 3 hours go by, he's caught 4 possums, investigated for animal cruelty, and cleaned up 4 dead animals.
No big deal. A dead animal's a dead animal. So used to it.
Soon after, he receives word that someone has a dog at their property in East LA. He finds this female Chihuahua chowing down on some rice and beans. After capturing her, Lopez loads her into the truck and takes her to the animal shelter in Downey. There, she's assigned a number, photographed, checked for microchips, vaccinated, and brought to her new home, cage number 520. Once she arrives here, there are 3 possible options for her. She can either be picked up by her original owner, adopted, or euthanized.
The older they get, the harder they are to adopt out.
John Embry is the general manager of the Downey Animal Shelter. Animals brought here are not adopted at a high rate.
Probably around 35–40% right now we're getting adopted.
And that's only out of animals deemed adoptable. An animal at an LA County shelter has to be held for 5 days minimum before Embry and his staff can take any action.
Yeah, once an animal is deemed adoptable, if it stays healthy during that time, everything, we'll try to give it at least 30 days.
That 30 days often isn't enough. LA Animal Services reported that 15,000 dogs and cats were euthanized in city shelters last year. But even with new spay and neutering laws in LA, the problem isn't going away anytime soon.
A good 5 years, maybe from now, we'll see a big reduction in animals, but it's still going to be a long time.
Until then, Officer Lopez will do his part to try and keep the streets clean. Alex Goldsmith, KCAL 9.